Good evening. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm out truck driving. I'm in the Black Hills, South Dakota, and I stopped along here. It's a moonlit night, and there it is, moon, the stars, and it's gotten dark here, but the headlights are dirty. I thought they were a little dim. We're gonna clean the headlights up a little. Snow, just some snow in the ditch here. Clean everything up here. Yeah, that cleaned up a little. Get the other one and do a little better here. Yeah, this is really dirty. I've been driving in the slop and the trash, and there, that's a little better. So, the mighty Kenworth. But we're over here. I just came through Custer, South Dakota. We're over here just about a mile from the Crazy Horse Mountain over here. And I meant to be here hours ago and show you this in the daylight. Let's see if I can't get this to catch. Get my camera in the mount here. All right. But so I'm headed for Rapid City. I came through Custer. Hill City's next, and then between Custer and Hill City is Crazy Horse Mountain. So I wanted to show you this in the daylight, but I thought, well, you've never gone night trucking through the heart of the Black Hills, South Dakota in the wintertime, so come on along, I'll show it to you. The heater's on, we'll ride along in here and visit a little bit. Here we go. It's like there's maybe, see what's coming behind that car. Maybe I think we'll go. I try not to pull out in front of people and get in the way any more than I have to. Looks like there's 2 lanes here, and this is concrete here, and it's got a funny sing underneath your tires when you're driving on. It's got a wavering sing under your tires, so that's kind of cool. I cleaned up the windshield for you a little bit. I don't know if you can see anything or not, but I'll try to tell you where we're at and show it to you a little bit. We're coming up to Crazy Horse Mountain, and I don't know, I'm very sentimental about some of these places up through here. The George Mickelson Trail is it's railroad bed. They took the rails out, and you ride your bicycle where the railroad used to go. That runs along here, and me and the boys have ridden our bicycles on the George Mickelson Trail. That's really fun in summertime. Some of the rails are still there, and they run a 1880s train out of down here at Hill City. I think they do a wintertime train on that. But that's fun. But up here at Crazy Horse, they had a rodeo years ago that my wife and I'm talking, I don't know, 8 years ago maybe. My wife and I came up here, and it was Pete did the photography for that rodeo, and I had just gotten my permit with the PRCA, and it was my first time alone in the arena, and I have a card now, but I had just had a permit back then. I was just starting out in it, and truck driver. She had my back, and we worked together on it, and so I'm pretty sentimental about that place. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to see anything, but the moon's out. It's just a crisp old night out there. Here's the road where you turn off and go to Crazy Horse. I can see Crazy Horse Mountain, the outline of it over there. And I met the people that run it, and that was the last year they had that rodeo. And let's see here, and they it was just a very sentimental time for me. That rodeo was. That was they had an Indian rodeo over there, and the barrel racing's the Women's Professional Rodeo Association, and then the PRCA's Pro Rodeo Cowboys Association, and they all work together at that rodeo, and it was a really good go for us there. My wife and I were in the camper, and I said that was the first rodeo, PRCA rodeo, I shot in the arena by myself, and I said, you always hear people say, this ain't my first rodeo. And I said, well, yeah, actually it was. So, but we're going to come down here into Hill City, and they got we're going to take the truck route and go over by the train. I don't know if we can see anything or not. It's a crisp old night, nice old night out here. Running off, yeah. Brought my family up here different times, and been trucking up through here. Run the engine brake. We're rolling down this hill a little bit. There we go. I remember it's got to been 35, 38 years ago. I come up here with an old A model Kenworth pulling a 40-foot flatbed to pick up lumber, and I drove out of Hot Springs, South Dakota, up through the Black Hills, somewhere up in here, and I don't know, it was maybe 20 years old or something. Pick up, got that lumber loaded and got out of here with it. And remember those times. I don't know. My brother and I come up here. Oh man, that had to have been 1991, two, like that. I had an old Harley, Super Glide, and we run it too hard, and I burned the motor up in it. I couldn't hardly get it to go home. You know, we got up here to Sturgis. He had a real good motorcycle. My motorcycle didn't look good, but I don't know. I suppose if I'd have run it easy, it'd been okay. But I was a little younger and run it real hard, and floated the valves. The valves didn't stay shut long enough to dissipate the heat into the head, and then the valves burned up in it. So I didn't have any compression on that back cylinder. Wouldn't hardly run, and the front one was weak, and I had a terrible time riding that thing home that year. But a lot of fun. Good memories, though. Good, you know, in the hardship, there's more stories to tell than an easy go of it, you know. So Rapid City up in here. I'm trying to think, after we get through Hill City, we got that truck route, and then This is Highway 385, and I gotta get up through here to Rapid for my next delivery, and I don't know if they're going to be there when I get there or not. I'm just gonna take what I get when I get there and see how it goes. So it's not that late, but the sun goes down so early in the winter time. The roads are good. Oh, it's just beautiful driving through here. I've come up through here when everything had a real heavy blanket on it. It was real quiet and had the place to myself, and it's kind of that self-guided personal tour through the Black Hills. Sit way up high in the truck and really get to look around and enjoy it. That's kind of what I wanted, but we'll just take what we get and go on here. This will be good. Shining so bright out there that you don't hardly, you can really see good. I hope that it looks good in the camera. It says we got a stoplight coming up. I think this is where you can turn to go to Mount Rushmore. Let's see what's going on here, what they want us to do. Hill City, that's us. Sylvan Lake, the Needles Highway. Oh, if you haven't been on it, yeah, you need to make. If you haven't been up in here in the Black Hills and enjoyed some of this, you need to put that on your bucket list. And that says Mount Rushmore next stride right there. So we're going to Hill City. This is just a yellow flashing light tonight. Rapid City, 29 miles. So just riding along in here with the heater on, doing good. And then here's the bridge. You can ride your bicycle over that bridge if you're on the McNicholson Trail, and it goes down into town. It's it's such a good memory for me. We came here camping, and my Mrs. Truck driver and my boys and the two oldest ones, and we went to Rapid City, and there was a second-hand store, and we bought bicycles at the second-hand store for $1 a piece, and we picked out the best ones we could see there, and they had boatloads of them, and we kind of aired up the tires and oiled things up a little bit, and we took them up here and rode the we rode the bicycle trail with the $1 bicycles. It was really a good memory. I'm very sentimental, and I ended up with a girl's 3-speed. It was the best adult bike I could get, the Schwinn, and so it was a pretty good bicycle, but we gave them away to some other people that was there at the campground, and we seen them riding them all over the campground when we left, so the next people enjoyed them some more. And then yeah, I tell you what, things that don't go right that you make the most of are the things like night trucking with my videos instead of day trucking. I hope you like it. All right. See, I think we're coming into. Let's see here. Not yet. Maybe that. I see a stoplight way down here, and I think that's Hill City. And we got to take the truck route. Don't forget. They got some pretty good signs there to tell you how to do it. And yeah, I think trucking through the Black Hills like this is the best. 35 miles an hour. Yeah, you're gonna put this on your bucket list if you haven't been here. Let's see here. Here we go. Truck route north 385 and Highway 16. Yeah, we stopped up through here. My son went with me, and we stopped up over here, parked the truck, and went to the Dairy Queen over here. And they were having they shut down Main Street, and they were having a little program to entertain people. There's the train right there beside us. But they were having a little program to entertain people, and they were having a shootout in the middle of town, you know, and everybody gathers along the street, and my son and I stood there, had our ice cream, and they shot at each other and had a shootout, and the sheriff was after the bad guys. Pretty cool. These are some fun places. You know, I think that place right there rents bicycles. You can rent a bicycle if you didn't bring yours. You got here and didn't know there was a trail like that, and I think it's 101 miles, the whole trail from start to finish. And you can just rent a bicycle after you get here and return it and go on. Yeah, a lot of adventure up through here. A little logging. You'll see a little log truck moving around up here sometimes. Let me see here. That says speed limit 45 there, so we'll try that out. Rapid City 26 miles, Deadwood 41, Lead, South Dakota 41. I'd come up here in the wintertime, deliver load on top of a mountain above the ski area over there at Lead. Pretty interesting a couple of years ago. That's pretty fun. Cold. That trip, that's what I remember. We went up trucking through Deadwood on north. Truck driving up through here different times. Yeah. of days I've really had to slog through some bad weather and dirty roads, slick roads, and people slushing my windshield real bad, and I probably slushed theirs real bad too, and truck's real dirty. And work hard on those times and those days and that weather, see it through. Look for the good in it and the beauty in it, because it changes everything. Okay, now we got the thing here. We got to decide here. It's 385 north and 16. We want 16. Those go up. Okay. Yeah. We're going to stay on 16 east. Well, Keystone, Mount Rushmore, Rapid City, this way. Alright. Yes, sir. Mount Rushmore's right back over here, and I haven't been to Mount Rushmore for a few years, but they used to have a restaurant up there, and you could dine with the presidents, you know. And I don't know if maybe they changed that after the COVID thing, but it was very nice back the times I've been there. I'm not going up through there with the truck. I'm headed for Rapid City. So there's a turnoff up here, and you can go to those places. Sylvan Lake's beautiful, and there's some nice things to see. Well, I'm not going to hold you up too long on this deal, because it's told you all the sentimental stories I come up with, but needs to be on your bucket list to come up through here if you haven't been here and see it and enjoy it. Thanks for riding along. I hope you have a good evening. Good night now.